Hi, my name is Adam Larson. I'm a freelance jazz saxophonist, composer, and educator here in New York City. And today I'm going to talk to you about some basic warm-up techniques and sound exercises for saxophone that I go through every day to get me in the right mindset to go on with the rest of my practice routine. The first one that I do every day religiously is an exercise called the Hinge that was taught to me by a Chicago saxophonist named John Wojciechowski, who's a great mentor of mine and also now a great colleague. And the Hinge basically starts with the note D in the middle of your horn, and you play D for 4 beats, which we call the home tone. I'll get back to that in a minute. And then we go to what we call the target tone, and then we go back to the home tone of D, and then we rest for 4 beats. And why we call it the hinge is because if you think about a door operates, opens and closes, that is, on a hinge. So when the door is closed, it's like this, and when you open it on the hinge, it goes like that. With this exercise, D, when you play the home tone, is when the door is closed. When you open it and it opens on the hinge and you go to the target tone, that's the hinge part of it. And then when we go back to the home tone D, that's when we close the door again. So for this exercise, like I said, we start on middle D and we go down chromatically. The first time through the exercise it's going to be D for 4 beats, then C sharp for 4 beats, then back to D for 4 beats, and then you rest for 4 beats. Now, the whole idea of doing this exercise is to maximize the benefits you can get out of it. If you just go through this exercise doing home tone, target tone, home tone, all the way chromatically down to the end of the horn, and you don't think about anything else, you won't fully get the benefits of doing this exercise. So here's 3 things I want you to think about when you do this exercise. 1 is breath control. This exercise requires you to be able to play 12 beats and then rest for 4 beats, so 16 beats total. And it takes quite a long time because you're starting in middle D and you're going chromatically all the way down to low D. That's half the exercise. Then when you've got that done, you go back to middle D and do the same thing from middle D chromatically all the way up to high palm D. So that's the first thing, is breath control. Second thing that you want to be thinking about with this exercise is ear training, because if the longer you do this exercise, you're going to be able to hear the target tone or where you're going to before you play the note. And if you're really thinking about this intently, you can be exercising ear training in this exercise as well as breath control. Finally, the thing that I think is the biggest benefit of doing this exercise is working on embouchure control. If you've never done this exercise before, if you do it correctly, you should definitely feel a little bit of fatigue in these muscles here that I'm sure many of you, if you've never done this before, don't even realize how much you're using these muscles when you're doing this exercise. So to fully get the most out of the embouchure aspect of this, the whole exercise hinges on the fact that you need to never take your mouth off the mouthpiece once you start the exercise. So in other words, once you set the embouchure, you never take your mouthpiece off the mouthpiece again. And that's something that's really hard to do, if even psychologically, because when you have 4 beats of rest, it's only logical that you want to take the mouthpiece out of your mouth and really get those 4 beats of rest. But if you don't do that during this exercise, then you'll gain the full benefits of it. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate a little bit of it now. So like I said, you start on middle D, which is what we call the home tone. So we're going to play that for 4 beats. Then we're going to go down a half step to C sharp, which is our target tone, and then go back to the home tone, D for 4 beats, then rest for 4 beats. And like I just said, make sure that in that resting period that you don't take the mouthpiece out of your mouth, but that you keep it on. And then we'll continue through the exercise chromatically. I'm going to play down to about B flat to just give you an idea of this exercise as it descends. So as I said before, that was from D down to about B flat, but you would continue this exercise chromatically all the way down to low D. And then when you're done with that, don't take your mouth off the mouthpiece, go right back to D with the octave key, and then do the same exercise ascending chromatically to D in the palm key. If you do this exercise correctly, again, you'll be able to work on breath control, ear training, and embouchure strength. So I hope this has been helpful.